rarely ever do this, but I actually posted the link to the live stream. I never do that. But I feel like this is a special occasion, okay? Because you guys have no idea. Of course you know. You felt it. I was absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified of what news we're going to get today. It was a few telltale signs that we might have been okay. There was a few telltale signs. I know we don't need Ja, but if we had a trade for Ja, what would we dish out? Ja makes $40 million. He makes $40 million. I know, it's a special occasion. No hat. I just got my hair out. My hair's actually pretty long. Oh gosh, what just happened? Yo, what up, clan? You gave Spurs bad luck, bro. What'd I do? Thanks, man. Is that looking good? Thank you. What did I do? Clan, read my comment. Oh wait, I just read your comment. Yeah, I don't think we need Ja at all. But he makes so much money. He's one of those players where you wouldn't be like there's no justifiable reason to put him on this roster. You just gave De'Aaron Fox a max. You're gonna gut your team to get Ja, and then even with that, like it doesn't make us better. You know, I would choose depth over adding a star any day. And Ja will be fine with the Spurs. Like I'm not that worried about discipline stuff. But his coach is a no nonsense coach, and it seems like Ja's not liking that. He's not gelling with it. Yeah, they need to make it work, bro. Because I don't think that you'll get equal value, even though Ja's worth a lot. But I just don't know what teams are going to be dishing things out for Ja right now. He really hurt his career with all those suspensions. That really hurt him. I mean, because he already had injury issues, right? He was already injury prone. And then you add on top of it the fact that he was just constantly toting guns around. It's like, you should know better, bro. Like, you should know better. You should know better than that. Know what I mean? The way Ja plays is not conducive for longevity. Yeah, and that too. Like, you got his playing style, which is like, come on, you're not going to be able to do that forever. It's exciting to watch, but everyone knows you're not going to be able to do that forever. And then number two, you got the attitude stuff where it's like, what are you doing? Number three, he already has the injury history. And then number four, you got all those suspensions. People are not going to take that big of a risk with Ja. His best bet right now is to stick with Memphis, who wants to make it work, and you go from there. Like that's the best thing you can possibly do if you're Ja Morant. Fix the attitude with this. Because I actually went back and looked at that quarter. Or well, actually, it was like the whole half. Ja was like that. Some people said the whole game. I just watched like a majority of the second half, fourth quarter in particular. Oh my God, bro. No wonder if the coach got onto him, he should have got onto him. I think it's just a little embarrassing to do it in front of the team. That's probably a bad approach. Actually, probably. It's obviously a bad approach. You got to know who you're coaching. You can't just treat everybody the same. You're not Pop. Because the one thing about Pop is it wasn't just the fact that Pop would treat everyone equal. It was also the fact that the Spurs drafted guys and signed guys that would be able to take it. Ja Morant is not one of those guys. Now, if he was with the San Antonio Spurs, it will be a little bit different because we have that history and you have that expectation before you even get there, right? And then you're surrounded around pretty decent guys. But just like any franchise, maybe some of them you can do it, but yeah, you got to be a little smart with Ja. You got to be smart with Ja. You growing a fro, bro? It's actually longer than this. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's like super curly right now. Ja will fit good with the Kings. That's so sad. We will see Fox back Wednesday. Thanks for the super chat. The super chat didn't come up. Didn't we have this problem earlier? I think the problem I'm having is it's not recognizing the thing I got on here. Yeah, let me change it. I set it to I set the media to the nacho guy, but I guess it's just not gonna work. I guess I gotta put it back to Wemby. There. Maybe it works now. All right, well, how do you guys want to go about this? So first and foremost, I want to talk about the Dylan Harper stuff, but then I want to talk about the Wembanyama press conference because that wasn't posted until today. And I was thinking, well, I guess I'll do it off stream, but I'm like, we got other videos to upload from the last live stream, so we might as well just go over all this while we're live. Like, why not? What's the point of all this? So first and foremost, you know my heart dropped when I saw this, but our boy Shams posted Dylan Harper, in which he stated that Dylan Harper has suffered a left calf strain and is expected to miss multiple weeks. Sources tell ESPN MRI on Monday revealed Harper avoided a significant absence. So here's the thing, okay? First and foremost, we knew that it probably wasn't a tear because if you guys remember during the game, like he wanted to sit on the sidelines, right? Like they were trying to get him to the back. And he's like, no, I want to sit. But they end up eventually just taking him. He came back with a boot. Walked out of the stadium, all that good stuff, all that good jazz, right? So we knew that it was an injury, but we knew it wasn't significant enough for them to be like, oh, dude, we need to. You can't be out here at all. So that was good news. So we knew that, but we weren't sure what grade it was going to be. So I looked into it, just the overall recovery of a calf strain, depending on the strains, and you got grade 1 strain. Heal in a few days to weeks, and then obviously you have to get into NBA shape, so it's a little longer probably, and then grade 2 calf strains you need 2 to 6 weeks to recover, and then grade 3 calf strains can require up to 6 months for recovery. So I think that's just like a full-on tear from my understanding. So I think this one might be a partial tear, this is a full-on tear, but a lot of people were responding, or not a lot of people, but a few people hit me up and they were like, well, I'm not that optimistic about this because Jeremy Sohan suffered the same fate, right? Like he had a calf strain injury and people were like, he hasn't been back in forever. So this was reported on August 10th. So we can just say maybe like August 9th, he suffered it. There's no indication on what grade it is, but it seemed as if a lot of the reports was that Jeremy Sohan could be back by the season opener, right? Like a lot of people believed he would be back by the season opener, and the Spurs being very careful, we knew that he probably wasn't going to play in the preseason, which that's what happened. So if you take a look, say he got injured in, what was it, August 10th? Is that what I said? Hold on. Let me go back to it. August 10th. So we take a look at August 10th, and then we just do 6 weeks. Just assume it's a grade 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would have been near the end of September, in which you're going in October. Preseason, Spurs going to be a little extra careful. Now he got to be able to work out. He works out with the team And people were people were like, well, he didn't start the season. Well, it wasn't the calf strain why he didn't start the season. It was actually the wrist sprain, right? Yeah, sprained his left wrist while doing 5-on-5 drills. And then it was announced, yeah, he's going to miss the season opener and it's going to be a little second, right? So, like, the idea that he couldn't have went because of the calf, that's not necessarily true. He was doing 5-on-5 workouts with the team, right? So, like, he was pretty good to go. He was NBA shape, pretty good to go. And then he had the left wrist sprain. So it's not necessarily the same, right? Like, he wasn't going to play any basketball anyways throughout the offseason after getting injured. So you're going to wait anyways. And then the Spurs, being careful, they were going to be like, all right, you missed the preseason, then we're going to put you in the game. But then mid-October, he got hurt again. So I don't really think it's the same. I don't really think it's the same. So with Harper, though, what has me optimistic is this is a Shams report, but you guys know Tom Osborne is someone that's very close to the team, and when he tweets something, you listen. And this is what he had to say. This is completely different messaging than what you got from Shams, but keep in mind, there's quite a bit of disconnect, right? Between, like, actually being around the team and getting reports and then being with ESPN. Even though he's accurate, you know, it could be a little off. So Tom Osborne says, an MRI in Los Angeles this morning revealed Dylan Harper has a left calf strain, but no ligament damage, a Spurs spokesman said. All right, so he said he is day to day, but will be out through at least this weekend. Day to day and at least this weekend is completely different messaging than miss multiple weeks. Like, we don't really know, but we can go ahead and make the assumption that it's going to be at least, let's say 3-4 weeks, right? Like at least 3 or 4 weeks. And if we're looking at our schedule here, where would that land? Because 3 weeks would be so around Thanksgiving. So we should have them back. Let's see if the Spurs got any, like, back-to-backs. They got a back-to-back here. I don't know. We could see them back at the end of November or maybe December. Maybe beginning of December. I'm just trying to think, like, if I'm the Spurs, because you know that they take forever with stuff like this. So we might see him at the end of December. So I will say this. We'll miss him this month. I don't think that he'll be back this month. But this type of messaging, this day-to-day, and he's going to miss, well, he's at least going to miss the weekend. That is crazy great news. Just overall, that's just crazy great news. You know? Will he still qualify for 65 games? Oh, goodness. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Nor am I really worried about that. I don't really care about the individual awards as much as other people, unless you just blatantly disrespect it. Like, the Defensive Player of the Year thing, Wemby's rookie year, was so stupid. Like, he should have got it. Rookie of the Year did not have a games requirement? Really? Why doesn't Rookie of the Year have a games requirement? Oh, you said Don Harris is saying the same thing. Spurs confirmed that Dylan Harper suffered a strain, no tear, but will miss multiple games. Maybe a couple of weeks? That's even better. Yeah, that's even better. That's even better what I was saying. Maybe a couple weeks. All right. So the strain was not that bad. It might not even been as bad as a... Well, no, I mean, I guess it's on pace, grade 1. I guess it just wasn't that bad, guys. It healed in a few days to weeks. So maybe it heals in a few days and he's good to go. Like I said, the good news that we saw, I mean, what we could observe was that he grabbed it. He was like, I'm not really feeling it. He was able to jog up the court a little bit, but he wasn't in excruciating pain. You know, like that's the main thing. If he's on the ground and he's punching it like what we saw Tyrese Halliburton do, then you know it's a wrap. That's rapsies. But when it came to that, it looked like it was going to be minor, hopefully. So it's more like a cramp. That's good news. Yeah. The one thing that worries me though, guys, is like every second, doesn't it feel like Dylan Harper is grabbing onto something or grimacing, or like with his play style, like he is really great at being what's the word I'm looking for? Slippery? I don't mean it like that. Like he's really good at avoiding contact. So I'm not going to, say that he searches for contact like a Ja Morant or anything. But when you're a guard and your game is predicated off of getting to the basket, because that's going to be his bread and butter, is getting to the basket. Man, you're gonna have to put on some muscle, because it seemed like every game, bro, he's grabbing something or hurt or getting smacked around. Like I don't know, being slimy. Yeah, you know what I meant. But great news though. See, I trust Tom Osborne, but Don Harris, that's the Don, right? Like anything he says, you listen. So that's a quick recovery. I love how people respond like they know something. A strain is a tear. From the wording and reported timetable, he has a grade 1 to 2 strain. It's more likely a grade 1. And why are you just not listening to Don Harris? Why are you under his comments reporting like you know what you're talking about? Slithery? I don't know. Acrobatic? Sure. All that works. Pause? Yeah, pause. Sorry, Stevie. I'm a pause on it. Anyways, good news. I don't really have anything else to say about it other than we dodged a bullet. And with how terrible that game was, oh my God, did that make it worse? The whole night sucked. It's like I'm watching this team that's not showing enough effort, and then one of the few guys, Keldon Johnson and Steph Castle, who puts up the effort and doing everything they can, one of them get injured. It's just like, come on, bro. This night cannot be any worse than what it is. But yeah. Yo, Clan, are you 5'10"? Am I 5'10"? My height? I'm 6'3". Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I'm 6'3". I'm not 5'10". Height? Yeah, I'm 6'3". This is the price we pay for basketball guys giving us Wemby injuries. I guess. Every team deals with injuries. So hopefully everybody's back on Wednesday. That's what we need. We need everyone back on Wednesday. I'm tired of this. Why are you lying? Why would I lie about that? Yeah, I'm legitimately 6'3". You know Swish Hill? You know Swish Hill on Twitter? He's literally my best friend in real life. You can go ask him. He's taller than me. He might be like 6'4". If I'm not 6, the last time I remember, because I don't take my height. The last time I took my height several years ago, and I think I was 6'3". It might be 6'2" and a half. I'm not sure, but I always just say 6'3". It's right around there. 6'3", man. If you don't put on a Spurs jersey and back up Harper for a week, you don't want me out there. I'm gonna get cooked. You heard all that trash I talk about Keldon's defense? Man, I'll get cooked. I would have to pull a Draymond Green, and I'll have to go live after games and just talk trash about me. I would just talk trash about me. Like, look at his stats. Like, look at this dude, Clan. Who is this? Clan the Spurs. He went 1 for 50. Why is he out there? Look at this defense. I'll be breaking down plays on how trash it was. Look at this defense. What is he doing? Trade him. I'll pull a Draymond, but I'll be honest. All right, so I wanted to take a look at. So that's the news on Dylan Harper. There's nothing else to really talk about when it comes to it. Just great news. He'll be back in not that long, man. So we're looking at just a couple weeks. What? Dodged a crazy bullet. And Spurs going to be winning so much when everybody's back that we're not even going to remember he was here. I'm just kidding. But not really. We'll be focused on us. All right, let's find it. Where is it? Here it is. 17,000 views on this. So by the way, side note. I didn't watch any clips. I saw a clip and I reposted it, but it was only because I looked at Wemby's shirt, but I didn't have time. I was at work, so I couldn't do anything. I guess I could have listened to it, but I just wanted to wait. But this shirt that he's wearing, what are they doing? Were they? Oh yeah, I guess the camera was this close up before. There's an image of his shirt. Actually, screw it. I'll just go to Twitter. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, I didn't actually watch this. I just saw this, and I immediately looked this shirt up. Like I did like a Google research or reverse image search for this shirt, and it's like a 90s vintage shirt, and it's $120 on eBay. I was like, this shirt is cool because I like Darth Maul growing up, but it ain't that cool. It's not $100 cool. This is I just wear this around the house cool, like not I don't know. I was kind of shocked he was wearing that. I didn't know Wemby was a Star Wars fan. Makes sense since he's an alien, I guess. Didn't hear it.
Victor, what were they doing defensively that gave you problems, and how do you counter it in the future?
Oh yeah, what were they doing to give you problems, and how do you counter it in the future? Wemby, they didn't do anything different. I mean, they tried to make sure Wemby did not get the ball. That is very much so true. Wemby wasn't in great positioning. He seemed a little lost. He wasn't giving good screens. Wemby was horrible. By his standards, he was horrible. So
I think they
he talked about Star Wars before, recently even. I don't know how I missed that.
did a great job having a scheme defensively. They were expecting everything that we did, so that makes everything hard for us. I think we need to be more into it in the future.
It seemed like he was getting into you guys pretty intense.
That's what great teams do. They come in, they know exactly what you're gonna do, and you still outplay them. There's nothing you can do about it. You go against that 2014 San Antonio Spurs team, you know what they're gonna do. You know what they're about. They've been doing it for a very long time. Does it matter? Nope. Can you stop it? Nope.
Later in the second half, what was the message there? Did you feel like this team needed that type of teaching moment at this point?
Yeah, of course. The message, is nothing crazy or too unexpected, but I think what I take away from this, like the message of the coach and our team all throughout the game, is that through adversity we still respond. Nobody gave up. Nobody put their head down.
I don't know. If you don't give up in the fourth quarter, but you gave up in the first three, did you give up? That's a lot. There was lots of players that played hard. It was just Wemby's going to take accountability for this. Listen.
And there are still some positive things, to take away from this game. And in the loss, we learned a lot.
You said it felt like they were ready for everything that you did. Did you notice that early in the game?
Yeah, and also I think the fact that we didn't make a lot of open shots, which happens to every team in history, you know, that made them even more confident in their defense and in what they were doing. And also they to start the game, they made a bunch of shots. So it's a combination of things, but mostly that we can control.
Saw a lot of doubles,
I like that. Mostly we can control it.
a lot of physicality. Sort of the things that you did last summer. What kinds of things did you do to physically prepare yourself for what you saw tonight?
I think the physicality was stood out the most. You know, it's mostly it was the doubling, being ready to double. They were ready. They probably walked and shoot around through all of our situations, you know, because it seemed like they were very ready. But it didn't feel like, it felt like they let me catch the ball, but they were ready to double and to rotate after that. So I wouldn't say that I don't think I look back on it, but I don't think the physicality is what I felt most tonight.
What do you think of the way teams are learning how to guard you? Like, you're a different player this year. It's taken teams a little bit of time, but now that there's more tape to watch, understanding how to guard you, what do you think of what they're doing?
I mean, I think it definitely worked tonight for them. But I got to go back and watch the tape because it's, I think it's a great, it's a great time for us to take away a lot of things from this game. And because, I mean, we're going to see this again and again. So it's every single game. It's
one team has success on you, and then all of them know what to do.
A battle to prepare.
Wemby looks so annoyed. I don't think so. You think Wemby looks annoyed? I don't think he seems annoyed. And by the way, the San Antonio Spurs, like journalists, like those who ask questions, they're always very respectful. I know that that's something where it's like, oh yeah, of course they are, like they're supposed to be, but no, not really. Like even if you go and you listen to Ja Morant's rant the other night, they were very, very much so fishing for headlines. Like it was a little uncomfortable at times. Like it felt like fishing for gossip, right? Which I understand. That's what you got to do, you know, when something dramatic like that happens. But I don't know. Spurs always been pretty chill when it comes to it. Like they ask pretty good questions.
You know, as much as the players as they could.
Not with the report. Oh, I'm sorry. You said meant with the game, that he seemed annoyed with the game. I'm sure he is. I mean, that's on him though, you know. I wonder I mean, looking at tape is going to help.
Coaching staff to prepare the next game. And, you know, I know our next opponents watched this game tonight, you know, and they're going to take some things away from this game as well. So we have to, like, the preparation starts now.
This was just one game though in 6. I guess from, you know, in the 6 games, what differences have you noticed in your own game from like last year?
The differences is, you know.
After losing, that's probably a really hard question to answer, like to give yourself any credit.
I guess more purposeful. Tonight's show, I still got a lot to learn, but you know, knowing more about the game and knowing more about my teammates and vice versa, and more, you know, using more of.
Ever since Cornette has been out, Wemby has been looking more physically exhausted. People wonder why we lost when Wemby's the only big man out there. Yeah, man, it feels like, I mean, especially in NBA time, like the the Miami Heat game was forever ago, you know, but I know how difficult that game was and how physical it was. He played like 40 minutes, you know, it was really tough. And he looked pretty tired in that one, but he was still going at it. And you know, he was attempting to score. This one was just strange, man. This was just strange. But you're right, it's probably some physical exhaustion, you know. I mean, this is why we went and got big man depth. You know, they don't supposed to be out like this. We need y'all. And crazy enough, and I really do mean this, right? Like, even though Sohan will be back, I don't know when, hopefully Wednesday, But when Sohan's back and he's playing his natural position or whatnot, he's still going to help when you have a Cornet out. Like, we know that he can run center at times. It's not beautiful. It's not great. But he does a pretty good job. So it's at least going to help you a little bit, you know? So that big man depth is not, it don't extend out just to Cornet. It extends out to Sohan and Olynyk, and putting them in those positions. But you're completely right. Like, it's been a lot on him. Spurs bring back the Silver Dancers? What? Spurs need good halftime. They need good halftime shows, man. Every single time. I mean, I know I watch it on TV, but every single time I'm like, this is awful. And meanwhile, when I watched the Phoenix Suns and their halftime show, I was like, this is awesome. They were singing Coco and they had a whole performance. I don't know what's up with San Antonio stuff.
Yeah, trying to get to the rim, trying to get more layups, you know, and more dunks, the most efficient shots. That's about it.
Dylan's got a calf injury. What have you seen from him, and what does that loss mean going forward? Could be out forever.
Yeah, I hope the best for him, for sure. We've seen great things from him. It's actually been hard to believe, you know, how good he's played. But it's, you know, it happens. We have to be able to deal with injuries. At the same time, we're gonna get some guys back. It's gonna be good to get some guys out of the injury.
Maybe against the Lakers.
Hopefully.
Good.
All right.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Vic.
Oh, they said against the Lakers. He said hopefully. So they're expecting it. I'm telling you guys this. I heard that they would have been back Sunday. So more than likely what happened is they were probably good for Sunday, and the Spurs said, look, we're 5-0. Let's push it. And then that's, you know, that's the result of that. So he said a few guys. You think we get Sohan and Fox? Mainly we need Cornet and Fox back. Those are the main ones. Sohan to me is like icing on the cake. Sohan's icing on the cake for this one. Pretty good. Pretty good. So there you go. So you got some good news here, right? We got Dylan Harper. He should be back in not that long. Hold on, I'll go back to the Dawn thing. Yeah, he should be back in a couple weeks. Maybe a couple weeks. I love that so much. So he may be back in a couple of weeks. And then we got Wembanyama looking very disappointed in his loss. That's great. I always love to see players sad after a loss because, oh my God, Lord knows we're sad. But yeah, the main thing is getting Cornet and Fox back. Now that now that Harper's gone, we really need Fox back. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just said what the news was. The news is he's only out a couple weeks. Good stuff. Only out a couple weeks. All right. So guys, I'm gonna go in. I know this is a super short stream, short stream, but I don't really have much else to say. I just want to come on and go live and talk about it. I just joined. I'm also at the gym. I'm so sorry that you joined when I'm getting ready to hop off, but just want to say I appreciate all you guys. The next coming days, the next few days is going to be uploads from the last live stream, and then we'll go live Wednesday night. Oh, wait. That's a really late one. If it's 9, it might be over at what time you think it'll be over? Maybe like 11:15. I would have to go live immediately after. And then when did the Spurs play after that? The heck? Then they play Saturday? Thursday. Oh, okay, we're good. That's a late one. It doesn't matter because it's Saturday. Yeah, it doesn't matter because... Wait, this isn't right. These times are not right. Why are these times like this on my end? What time do they play? What time do they play on Saturday? That time ain't right. It's over at midnight? Jeez. 9 to midnight. Jeez. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do. They play Friday? Then why does it say Saturday? Oh, wait. Am I... Oh, is this in Japan time? I think my stuff is in Japanese time right now. So if 9:30, then that means they play 7:30 on Friday. Okay. You on that Japan VPN? That's what it is. It's my VPN. I thought I turned my VPN off. Okay. I'm like, what time? I was like, they play on Saturday. What time? Okay, that's Friday, 7:30. Okay, so Wednesday and then Friday. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're good. So we'll probably go live very shortly. Wednesday night, very shortly. No one's gonna be in there anyways. And then from there, we'll do like 3 segments, I guess. Against the Rockets would be fun. So we should be good to go. And we back home. We should be good to go. All right. I appreciate all the love. I will see you guys. Wait, 6:30? The game is at 6:30? I thought. I guess what part of Japan is. Yeah, I don't know. All right, 6:30 then. All right, guys. I'm going to hop off. I appreciate the love. I'll see you on Wednesday. Late Wednesday. So, but it won't be a long live stream. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. It is not going to be a long live stream because I have to actually start going to bed at a better time. But yeah, why you VPN to Japan? I don't remember why I had the VPN for Japan on. I think it was so I could watch like certain Japanese shows at one point, but I don't know why it's automatically connected to it right now. But yeah. Anyways, I'll give it to you guys later.